Hey guys, so this is the Revlon Color Stay Whipped Foundation, and I know it's been out for maybe about a year or so, and I have seen some good reviews about this foundation. And I used to really love and always wear Revlon Color Stay products, but lately I've just been on this BB cream phase, and I've just really gotten into several different BB creams, and I hadn't tried this yet, but I was kind of curious to try it because I heard some good things about it, and I was also kind of interested in this very weird packaging that it's in. It does just come in this open pot like that. So you do have to repeatedly dip your finger in if you are using a finger to apply it, which I do think is the best way to apply this. So you do want to make sure that you wash your face and wash your hands before applying it so that you're not getting germs and bacteria into this little pot. And if you really want to be extra safe, you could always get one of those little antibacterial hand wipes and just be sort of blotting your fingers off on that in between applications if you do need to re-dip your fingers so that you're not putting germs and bacteria back into the pot after touching your face. But as you can see, this definitely is a cream makeup because if I hold it to the side like this, it's not coming out because it has a very thick, creamy consistency to it. I know with the regular Color Stay foundation, if you were to hold the bottle up like this, it would just start pouring out of the bottle because it's a lot thinner of a consistency than this one. So I have combination skin. I have an oily T-zone, and then as you move out towards the edges of my face, it tends to get a little bit drier, more around the edges and around the cheek area. And I find that this actually works the best on the parts of your face that are oily. So if you have a really oily complexion, then this might work really great for you. And it actually works pretty well for me because I tend to, with foundations or any face products, put it more heavily sort of around the middle area, and then out towards the edges, like around my cheeks, I have barely any product at all. I just kind of like blend it out into my face so I don't have a harsh line along the edge of my chin. So I actually don't really need a lot of product on the drier parts of my face. So it actually works out just fine for me. So if you have parts of your face that are very dry, but that you also want a lot of coverage on, then this probably isn't the best product for you because I think it works best on oily skin. And in fact, on areas of skin that are kind of flaky, it will even accentuate that a little bit. So it really is just not good for dry skin. I think that's probably because it is just such a thick, creamy consistency. There isn't a lot of water in here. It's just a very thick, creamy product. But I did also notice, and the reason I made this video was that it is really good for hiding larger pores. So if you're someone who has really large pores on your nose or really large pores on your cheeks, and then that area of your skin is also kind of oily, I think it works well to help to camouflage that. And it gives your face a lot more of a nice smooth texture, so you're not seeing large pores or uneven texture or anything like that on your skin. The color I have this one in is warm golden, which I think works well for my skin tone, which is, I don't really have a lot of pink undertones. I have mostly more kind of yellow or olive undertones. So if you have a similar type of skin, then this might work for you. And let me just show you guys on my hand. There's a little sample of the product right there on my hand. As you can see, it's just a little bit lighter than my hand, but my face is usually lighter. The skin on my face is usually lighter than my hand. And then it just blends in really nicely, and it does give a really nice finish. In these lights, it almost looks a bit dewy, but I think it's more of a matte finish. Once it just sort of sets in and it's been on your face for a while, it's definitely more of a matte finish. It doesn't really have any sort of shine or dewiness to it at all. There's definitely no glitter in this product. It just gives you a nice matte finish, which is also good because if you are someone with oily skin, then you probably really want that matte finish. You're not really looking for a foundation that's going to give you a dewy glow on top of oily skin. That's not going to look that good. And if you have any areas of your face that have a lot of large pores or unevenness, then I would rub it in different directions when you're applying it, like both to the right and to the left, so you can just make sure to really work it in there and get that nice smooth finish. The last thing I want to mention about this is that it is in this large kind of clunky container, which is kind of deceiving because if you look closely, the makeup only goes about halfway down into the glass container. And if you look at the weight of it, it's actually only 0.8 fluid ounces. And if you guys are more used to their regular Color Stay foundation line, those bottles are actually, I believe, 1 ounce each. So this one is actually going to be 20% less product than the regular Color Stay foundations. So just keep that in mind. It is a little bit smaller than it looks, and you just want to take that into consideration when you're trying to decide if it's really worth it to you to buy it for whatever the price is in your area. I hope this review was helpful, and if you guys have any questions at all, please leave them down in the comments for me. Bye!